Hello everybody, my name is James Riley. My show is called In the Plus, and the show is an exploration of my asexuality and the asexual community through solo performance, clowning and having a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stupendous, the amazing, the magnificent In the Plus, starring James Riley and guest appearance from Dancing Stickman. Prepare yourselves as James Riley is about to enter the stage in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my name is James. I want you to imagine that you live in a world where everyone is obsessed with cabbages. Poets write odes to cabbages. And beautiful oil paintings are dedicated to the beauty of the cabbage. In short, human society is shaped and defined by this green vegetable. But there is one small problem. Yes, you don't like cabbages. No. It's not like you've got any particular vendetta against them. No, they're not for you. You might have even tried it once or twice out of curiosity. Although the experience of the cabbage wasn't for you. Now replace a cabbage with sex. Yeah. And you've just peeked into the mind of an asexual. Well, specifically this asexual. Yeah. But you get the picture. Sex doesn't float our boat. Doesn't bang our gong, because really, I'd much rather eat some cake. Fun fact, I'm not a plant. I know, blown your mind. This is a plant. I am a human being. Exhibit A, plant. Exhibit B, human being. Do I look like this plant? Well, I hope not. I hope not. Because a lot of people think we're plants. We're not. I can tell you that. We're not. But it's a weird and fun life being asexual. The memes, they're great. The best memes ever. And for some bizarre reason, we have this obsession, and I mean obsession, with cake. And I've got no idea why, because, to be honest, it's got nothing to do with my sexual desires or attraction. It's just, cake. But yeah, I just wondered, really, how many asexuals do you know? Well, me, obviously, that's one. Woo! But how many more? Because we're out there. We're not invisible, although sometimes I'd like to think I was invisible. I could just hide and, yeah, that's a bit creepy. But just have a think. Maybe one of your friends, possibly. Someone in your family, yeah? Or maybe they just don't know they're asexual yet. Funny, yeah. But also it's quite awkward being asexual. Well, it can be. There's one particular game that, let's be honest, everyone on this planet, including you, hates. Never have I ever. Yeah. I can feel you squirm on the other end of the screen. It's horrible. It's horrible. Well, times it by 1 billion for an asexual, because we all know where Never Have I Ever goes. We know what questions are coming, and it's absolutely horrific. Do not worry though, when I become Prime Minister, I will make sure I ban the use of this, and it will be illegal to do Never Have I Ever, because it kind of feels a lot like this.
Never have I ever had a friend with benefits. Never have I ever had a one-night stand. Never have I ever had sex in public. Never have I ever had a threesome.
If you don't have sex, how can your well-being, how can you be a well-balanced person? How can you? Makes no sense. It's amazingly inaccurate.
You understand what sexuality is, right?
No, please tell me.
If you're heterosexual, you're sexually attracted to someone of a different gender. If you're homosexual, you're sexually attracted to someone of the same gender. Asexuals are just not sexually attracted to anyone.
I understand.
That doesn't mean that we don't fall in love. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some have sex too. You don't have to be sexually attracted to someone to have sex.
Asexual if you have
Not
sex.
being sexually attracted
How
to
many
someone.
times do you have sex a year?
Do you go around asking everyone that
No, I
question?
never asked that question in my life.
Then why is it appropriate here?
Because you're asexual. It seems like you've just never experienced a physical connection, the chemistry, to really want to be with someone on a physical, spiritual level. You haven't encountered that person yet.
But
Because let me say, like when you do meet that person, so all of this goes out the door.
can I ask what your sexuality is?
Wait, you instantly want to be with that person sexually. Have you ever met or been with someone that you have loved?
Yes.
And when you have loved that person, you felt no physical attraction, no physical desire
No,
to express that love?
not with sex, no.
Wow. What happened, you guys? Good sex, you can't beat it. No drug, nothing. You can never beat it. It's the
Yeah.
rain in the clouds. I hope to see you there.
Nice meeting you. Bye bye.
All right. I don't judge you guys. I just feel bad for you.
People think asexual means broken or emotionless and think you just haven't found the right person. Then on top of that, you are excluded from LGBT plus spaces for not being queer enough. In a world that thinks love without sex doesn't exist, finding a partner who understands your sexuality and is accepting of it proves to be pretty hard. However, the ace community is fantastic. Everyone's so positive and helpful and lovely. The biggest struggle is combating the misconception that ace people can't have happy relationships.
It's a struggle being asexual, as much as I'm happy now. Finding out who I was, honestly, the hardest thing. The struggle of finding out what was wrong with me teared me apart. I found it hard growing up, having no idea asexuality was possible. It led to a lot of confusion in high school. Later, I tried to have sex a few times, but I felt nothing. I wondered what the hell was wrong with me. I cried, and I felt very lonely. I thought I'd be broken for the rest of my life. I see videos like the one at Tokyo Pride and it makes me think, will I ever be accepted?
I went through college feeling like something was wrong with me. Something was different. I felt excluded because I wasn't feeling the same things as everyone else, activating in these conversations about sex. People always ask me questions, never ending questions, and I just wanted them to stop. People said to me, when are you going to have sex, James? Why don't you want to have sex? Why don't you have sex with her? You like her, don't you? Oh, that's adorable. But sex is normal. And that's the one. Normal. I got that a lot. And it hurt because I feel lonely. I still feel lonely. And all I want is to feel loved, but I feel excluded because I feel like in society I don't have the basic requirement to be loved. And it sucks. But then that did all change. Because in my first year of university, I met someone that told me about asexuality, and they introduced me to a website called Aven. And after that, everything changed. I felt accepted. I felt like I was in a community of people that felt the same things as I did. And now I feel better. I feel comfortable in my own skin because I'm not broken. I don't have a disease. I'm just a man who's asexual, has no sexual desire or sexual attraction, and that's okay. That's okay. And that felt great. I felt wonderful in my own skin. Amazing! So I think the only way to end this show, because we've been on an emotional roller coaster together. It's been wonderful, slightly serious, but now it's going to go wonderful again, because the only way we can end this show is with a dance party. Of course, let's go.
When it comes to being asexual, it's uncharted territory. People just don't realize sex isn't mandatory. Not everyone wants to have sex or needs romantic love. Some of us live in a gray area, and some of us are none of the above. So remember, sex is like taking a jog. Some people just hate taking a jog. Sex is like a tuna melt. You get more out of eating it yourself, even if you don't understand. Listen up and join the marching band. It's A-okay to identify with A. Identify with A. Identify with A. Identify with A. The stigma is they haven't met the one that's right for thee. But maybe there's another reason they don't wanna bump uglies. And just because your life is not a silly, sweet rom-com doesn't mean platonically you still can't find the one. So remember, sex is like a pizza pie. No toppings, please, just cheese.